Appleworks. Relax, will you?
Relax with Rex and Emma Kelly.
Hello, FOX. Mandy's moment. The bum 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 bum. Oh, he's good. The hot dog vendor. Series 17, released in 2017, props hot dog tray and milkshake. Hot dog vendor wants his culinary creations to be the very best. After years of experimenting, he thinks he has finally stumbled on the perfect flavour combination, condiments, and a bun. That is a brilliant minifig. Look at the legs. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, that's another one I wish I had. Okay, that's that. Oh Lord. Hang on a minute, please. There's been a minor catastrophe. Oh no, there's been damage committed. But that was Mandy's a moment. A bum 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 bum. Thank you. I'll put that in this. Look, there's been damage has occurred. Snitchzilla will be fuming. Right, CMF. It's the penultimate CMF. Let's see what we've got today. Oh, this looks fancy. Okay. Right. I do believe this must be a dog groomer. We have two faces. We have a sort of a what the heck is this? And a I'm going for the what the heck is this? I find it the more interesting head actually. Tremendous hair. Oh, that's lovely hair. I think she's deaf. I think that's a hearing aid. We'll have a close look at her in a minute, but she comes with a pair of scissors, which I'll explain why in a minute when I show you her prop. Oh, crikey. There we go. She has an Afghan hound, so let's have a close up of this. So here we go. There she is. Look, there's the. It's either a headset, or it could be a hearing aid. Pretty plain minifig, really good apron. And here's the Afghan hound. So I'm assuming she's a dog groomer. Good dog. Good Lego dog. All right then. Shall we do bag 29? Yeah, come on. Another Porter Pearson. Right then. We begin with the Google Eyes. Google eyes, Google eyes, they're watching you, watching you, watching you. Who's up first today? Let's have a quick look. It's Eric. He's got a duck called Fazio. They both like watching Lego. And they really like musicals. Oh, his name is Eric. Sidrar. He says, did the dog with this set ever get a name? No, not really. No. How about Benadog Cumberpooch? Yes, that will do. Yes. I'm very happy with that. Benadog Cumberpooch it is. I think there were some suggestions, but There was no official poll conducted. So, as far as I'm concerned, that means the matter was still open and unresolved. So, Benedog Cumberpooch it is. I've made an executive decision. Yes, okay. Well done. Well done, Eric. Well done. Well done for remembering, Eric. Oh, that way. I almost made a boo-boo then. A boo-boo. Hang on. Okay. A Bevismussen. The sensei. Uncle Strawberry. The moaning midway. The butterfly. The little whispery. He says, agreed that the para-athlete CMF is superb, bar the dreadful hair. It's dreadful hair. I'd certainly replace it for a better rear if I were you. I mean, I don't know, what is rear, some sort of street talk? That's diarrhea where I live. Rear? What is a rear where you live? Must be a barnet. It says, yes, the lack of a cafe is a huge minus point on this set. Everyone loves a gift shop in a museum. Yes, everyone loves a gift shop in a museum. But everyone loves a cafe even more. Yeah, everyone loves a cafe even more. I'm rather partial to natural trust cafes that are set up in a barn or even better in a castle dungeon and are run entirely by the kind of low-key, posh middle-aged ladies that Jennifer Saunders particularly excels at playing. Yes, Bevis. The amount of stuff they've got crammed into that tiny curator's room. The room is tiny, not the curator. He's regular minifig size obs does rather draw even more attention to how much there isn't elsewhere in the museum. Yes, I completely agree with you. We are as one. Bevismussen, we are as one. He'll be loathing that fact. That doesn't feel like it's in correctly because it feels on the wonk to me. That's because it is on the wonk. I said wonk. Thank you. Honestly. Just going around wonking things. I said wonking. Oh, you filthy minds. If you could please, little Sue. D-I-S-C-O. It is D-I-S-C-O. It is D. Don't ain't that as I idiot. It is S spinning. It is C. Cat. Obviously. D-I-S-C-O. It is D-I-S-C-O. It is D. Don't ain't that as I idiot. It is S spinning. It is C. Cat. Obviously. But with the bad one. It sounded like you were suddenly very constipated then. That was me doing my rock fingers. The rock finger. Oh, it's the bad one. It's the rock fingers. Give you rock finger. I'll give you rock fingers. Plus the bad one. Thank you. Give you rock finger. I'll give you rock fingers. Give you rock finger. I'll give you rock fingers. I'll give you rock finger. I'll give you rock fingers. Shh. You shush. Now then, I did notice. Scratching my head. Excuse me. That Sharon Renzulli. Was a little bit late to the party yesterday, so we'll return to yesterday's club business, and so we can catch up with the Sharon Renzulli. It says Gillian hit a shoveling out the car hat. This is strong work. Skiing down a snowy street hat. I mean, will you look at the magnificence that is Renzulli? Will you look at it? Jordan says, the only car I have... Oh, this is a... Do you remember Mr. Claw suggested a car that Jordan could park outside his telephone box. Says, the only car I have is the now retired Speed Champions Aston Martin DB5. But as Roger Maybank says, I'd want something in scale, but for now I quite like it solo. Of course, you could always put the TARDIS next to it, or a Doctor Who minifig. Maggie, 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 Maggie. He says, did anyone get a HD version of yesterday's film, or just the 360 pics like me? Oh no, I think that will have been my fault, because I did not notice. So this is entirely my fault that it hadn't defaulted to 1080, because it had been defaulting to 1080 and I didn't notice. So that was an aberration. Apologies for the lack of quality. I mean, you've been making that apology on a daily basis, Summer. Now then, hang on a minute. Oh, okay, it's that way. My spatial awareness was in danger of getting the better of me then. But I slightly worked out things. I know it's alarming, but sometimes I do work out things. Rum dum 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 dum, Wonder Ruth Hayes. Rum dum 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 dum, Wonder Ruth Hayes. She's a Wonder Ruth Hayes. She's just quietly getting on. Inside in tights, says the word who rides, and she hardly ever runs. Dum 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 dum, Wonder Ruth Hayes. Sonnet Shazala. Okay. Says, I don't know what mine was, but it certainly wasn't HD. HD standards. Yeah, hashtag standards. Standards. Yeah, hashtag standards. Yeah. I'll give you that. Hashtag standards. Yeah. Yeah, that was a mea culpa. My fault entirely. Like it always is. Gail Adcock says, and a fine... Oh, sorry, Sassy Eddles. Sassy Eddles. And a final hat display for Gillian Hertz. I mean, will you look at the pair of them together, Sassy Adders and Renzulli? I mean, did you ever see any more greater happiness? No, I didn't. Lynn's green socks hanging on the wall. Lynn's green socks hanging on the wall. And if Lynn's green socks should accidentally fall, there'll be Lynn's green socks hanging on the wall. She asks, oh dear. Who be Pink Lady? Well, Pink Lady was our resident architectural expert. And it was brilliant because she used to give us really fabulous updates on describing exactly what we were building, but in proper architectural speak. Sadly, we lost her in the schism. She was lost in the schism. She was one of the rebels that left during the Great Schism. We wish her well, but we'll probably never see her again. These things happen. Schisms happen. It's like a civil war, wasn't it? It was the RWB civil war, and some people left and will never return. It was a bad business. All over a hand puppet. Can you even believe it? Absolute nonsense. Right, put that up there, and Flego, and Flego, and a hand puppet. Now where does that go? Where does that... Oh, I see. That goes there. And then boop. Oh, hello. Boop. Susan Barrett, window. Boop. Boop. Boo. Thank you. Oh, Carol Coppas is about to sing. Hang on. We'll have to bring her forth. We'll bring her forth. Come on, Carol Coppas. Where are you? There you are. Let's bring you up in your chair. I mean, I don't want to. Let's give you a close up. I don't want to disturb you, but here we go. Oh, my old man's a dustman. He wears a dustman's hat. He wears cold blimey trousers and he lives in a council flat. Oh, my old man's a dustman. Dustman's hat. Wears blimey trousers. Oh, my old man's a dustman. He wears a dustman's hat. He wears cold blimey trousers and he lives in a council flat. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, my old man. Right, let's stop it, Carol Coppas. That's enough, or we could find ourselves in an eternal loop. This is, please don't give the birthday minifig doodah another thought. I know how busy Dadmin is. Dadmin is unbelievable, but you are on the list of things to do. See also Little Sue. And once you're on the list, I like to complete the list. Lynn's Green Sock says, Can I nominate the museum in my hometown, please? Yes, you can. Tell us about it. It's a teeny wee place, open for 2 hours 4 times a week. Some great history, though. We are known as the Bonnet Toon because we were the bonnet makers for the city of Glasgow. The motto of the town is Over Folk Over, and the origin of this is that Malcolm, fleeing Macbeth after the murder of Duncan, passed through Stuarttown. He allegedly hid in a heap of straw and shouted over for the farmers to hide him. Yeah, I'm not convinced either, but I still love the story. 2 bonnets in the museum. Oh, I mean, will you look at those bonnets? Those are super bonnets, aren't they? I've just realised they're way too close. Kath. Hubbard says, my favourite little sort of museum is a 2-wall display in a weird little alcove at Guy's Hospital right outside the back of the outpatient pharmacy. So frankly, it's the place to go if you want to catch something off someone. And also, all about Thomas Guy and the hospital he set up in dirty old Southwark. Fascinating stuff. There's also a life-size hologram bust of Thomas Guy himself, swollen and hard. Cute. This is concerning my arm. It is still a little bit swollen, and it's still a little bit hard. But it's not as swollen, and it's not as hard. Says, this happens after my COVID jabs, Mother Goose. Even though it is really sore and horrid, I've always tried to see it as a positive reaction that my immune system has jumped into action and is working well. Might not be true, but it helps when I too have a swollen and hard. She's so swollen and hard. Gonna sneeze. Swollen and hard. She said swollen and hard. Appendage. And she said appendage. Says, I'm not even a nurse, just a hospital play lady. Well, there we go. Oh, she said hospital play lady. She didn't say what she was playing with, but she seems inordinately interested in things that are swollen and hard, and appendages that are swollen and hard. Draw your own conclusions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you, no. Yes, no, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Roger and his powerful torch. He's got a torch and it's really, really powerful. Roger and his powerful torch. His torch isn't swollen, but it's very hot. Stop it. Says Mother Goose, if you want to show up at upcoming Tea on the Green functions, we need all the dates to scribble into our calendars. I mean, this is just look at the Chobham Parish Council website. I mean, God bless you that you think I know when the dates are off the top of my head. I can tell you that, I mean, we basically do the last Friday of every month, except for August, when we do every Thursday, although this August there's going to be one Thursday where we're not doing it. And I can't remember which one that is, but there's one Thursday we're not doing it. But it's basically every Thursday in August and the last Friday of every month. I mean, if you are going to come, for heaven's sake, come when the weather's going to be nice, so you can sit outside on the pavilion green. It's a little bit of a trek, but I'd be able to show up with a bit of forward planning. Do you know all of the TOTG dates for the whole year? If you knew even a few, that might help. Then we can all show up mob-handed with cake forks at the ready. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine? I mean, I would. Well, you won't get to you'll barely get to speak to me. Just FYI, because I will be very much in the kitchen behind the hatch serving the teas and coffees. That is my role. Jenny dishes out the cakes. Amy stands about looking at her phone and sort of also being in charge. But so she's my like support animal. Amy's my support animal. I love her to bits. Yes, but we're very efficient. We're very, very, very efficient. Oh, look. That got a little bit of condensation on it already. What the hecking who? Can you see that? It's already got condensation on it. What on earth? We thought she was from Canada, and then we didn't think she was from Canada, and then it turned out she was from Kennedy. It's job. Oof. Ilya. Baby. Hang on, we've got a sticky rod here. She said sticky rod. What a phrase to choose. She said she's got a sticky rod. She's got her hands round a sticky rod. Emma. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Ooh, look now. That's going atop there. Oh, that's rather good, isn't it? Let's open up the window to let out the. Oh, you didn't see that. Oh, you can see that. Sorry. Let the condensation out. Is that down? Yes, it is down. Is that down? Yes, it's down. She says, thank you so much for your hat pictures, Sassy Adders and Ranzuli. Made me laugh. How fabulous. Professor Lego. So, just to remind ourselves, this is the museum curator that we met today. Cute. May I now introduce you to Dr. Charles Lightning, a.k.a. the Professor, a.k.a. Professor Atticus, a.k.a. Dr. Kilroy. Hang on a minute. This feels suspiciously like a... bricks and pieces, bricks, pieces, bricks and pieces, bricks, pieces, bricks and pieces, bricks, pieces, a fadada, a fadada, a fadada, da. Helena handcart. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. How does that fit on there? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Right. What's that fixing to? What? What's it just sitting there? What? Hang on a minute. Hang on a cotton-picking minute. Oh, we're twizzling it round. Sorry. Thank you. I missed out the twizzle. I didn't see the twizzle coming. Right, so that's in there. Yep. Okay. Right.
So just a reminder, sir, this is the museum curator that we met today.
Yep.
May I now introduce you Dr. Charles Lightning, a.k.a. the Professor, a.k.a. Professor Articus, a.k.a. Dr. Kilroy.
Yep. Yep.
Why so many names? I can only assume it's because he was a wanted man and changed his name as he moved about.
Hang on, I mean, that needs a duh.
In North America, he went by Dr. Charles Lightning. When he was in the UK, it was the Professor. His time in Germany is known by his alias Professor Articus, and it wasn't until he started to settle down that he finished on Dr. Kilroy. Dr. Kilroy is a famous archaeologist and uncle to the famous Johnny Thunder. If you haven't heard of Johnny Thunder before, then here he is.
I am already in love with Johnny Thunder and wish I had Johnny Thunder in my life.
Dr. Kilroy is a brilliant scientist with extensive knowledge of artifacts and archaeology, but he's a little absent-minded and forgetful. We now see Dr. Kilroy in his later years as he looks after the museum. Sadly, the museum may be verging on bankruptcy, given that my dictionary informs me that a docent is a person who acts as a guide, typically on a voluntary basis, in a museum, art gallery, or zoo. So he is the curator and voluntary guide, as the museum can't afford one.
Oh no, oh no.
Maybe the public have also concluded the museum doesn't have enough display pieces to warrant donation/entry fees, and the museum is now facing unpaid bills. If I may make an observation, note Dr. Kilroy's eyes.
Look into my eyes, look into my eyes, look into my eyes.
This is a man where in his younger days he was clearly...
This is a man where in his younger days he was clearly stoned out of his gourd. Those pupils cannot get any wider. How he didn't end up dead on one of his many dangerous adventures with his nephew, I do not know. His stolen jaws, his red bow tie, though, because bow ties are cool. Open bracket, supposedly close bracket, or the applause. All of it. All of it for that that was fantabulous. Oh dear God, that was good. Jordan says
Johnny Thunder is an excellent name.
Yes, Johnny Thunder is an excellent name. Gillian, you've been thunderstruck. Yeah, thunderstruck. Eric said, I took an art appreciation course to meet a college requirement. I also took it because I have sometimes wondered why what some people will call art I don't think of as artistic and vice versa. It was a very interesting course, and the professor was friends with a docent at the Cleveland Museum of Art. Our museum is considered to be one of the finest art museums in the country. And as part of the class, we got to take a tour with her friend, the docent, guiding us through the museum. A docent is usually a voluntary expert guide at a museum, sometimes studying to become a professor themselves. I mean, that was excellent. Excellent. Trevor Porter is such a darling. Otude! Says excellent minifig and pieces pie, Prof Lego there. Although I never saw one, I always imagine there must be a massive Lego family tree of minifigures because so many pop up in later sets looking older or with children, etc. Oh, I mean, that's just shouting out for a bits and pieces, isn't it? A very time-consuming bits and pieces, I might add. Claire, 1608, there she was, just a-walking down the street, singing doo-da, separator, diddy-dum, diddy-doo. She says, my work experience module in 2009 was spent at Worthing Library, curating an exhibition of a local photographer's collection from the Victorian era and early 20th century. If I could do that sort of thing for the rest of my life, I would... Oh, the message ends. The message ends. The rest of my life, I would... and then it just ends. It just ends. Oh, crikey, Claire, you've left us on a cliffhanger and on a Friday. Well, won't know till Monday now. But if you could please, little Sue. Crikey, cliffhanger till Monday.
And that concludes the business of the club. Settle down, everybody, and get ready for Tony and Fezio time. That's it. We're done for the week. Well done, everybody. And have a lovely weekend and get ready for next week, which, you know, we'll probably have a new build next week, won't we?
Yeah, we'll have a new build next week. That means we can stop staring at this dreadful green. So that'll be lovely, won't it?
Yeah, that'd be really lovely, yeah. Okay, then press the button.
Thank you. Voila. Again, sort of shame this is all in grey. I would have liked it in white to go with these pillars. It would have just given it a bit of zhuzh and, you know, or maybe blue. Just grey is so grey. Susan Barrett. Voila. Oh no, not there. No, not there. Goes there. There's some gappage. There's some inexplicable gappage. I don't like an inexplicable gappage. Gives me the heebs. Oh, that goes that round that way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this might explain the inexplicable gappage. Because there. Oh, but now look, there's a horrible gappage there. Why is there a horrible gappage there? Oh, hang on. I yet again have been bamboozled by the turnaround sign. Turn around. Dooby 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 dee dooby doob dooby 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 doo. Turn around. I'm on my own for the next week. Georgie Gobborn is off to South Africa with that there Perry Edwards off of the Little Mix. Lucky things. They're not. No. Let's scotch this rumour from the off. She's not going into the Love Island villa. No. Georgie Gibbon is not going into the Love Island Gibbon. No, that's not happening. No, that's not a thing. No. Hang on, that's going that way. Then that's on there. Then that's I mean, that's what she's told me. Can you imagine if I turn on Love Island and hang on a minute, that person, that bombshell looks familiar. What's Georgie Gibbon? What? Let's turn this round. Boop, 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 boop. Trying not to take anyone out. And I do believe that's going. Oh no. Something's gone. What's fallen off? That's gone. Thank you. Hang on, please. That's gone. Okay. And there it is. So, I've got a little. Nice. This condensation. No, the condensation has stopped now. Got a lot of little strange little doors here, haven't we? Right then. I was going to do another bag, but we've passed the half-hour point, so we shall have to carry on into next week now. I think let's do a hard push Monday, Tuesday, and get this finished. And then we can do, because I'm mindful, I've got to do the build that Jojo won for the Goose giveaway and get that off to her. So that's a priority. All right then. Subscribe, like, tell your pals. Afterwax forever. And I will see you on Monday.